Hey everyone, it's me.
Just was having a good day at work, and then we got into some traffic, and then the lighting isn't in here isn't super good, but hopefully it's decent enough. Maybe I can move a little bit. As you can tell, I'm not a professional at this. That's a little bit better. Let's move into the light a tad more. There we go. That's a little bit better. So I was just driving. We were on the way to another job for the work I do. And hey, what's up, Antoine? Good to see you here. I was on the way to work, and my voice kind of did this, and I was like, wow, that's kind of weird. I've never done that before. And then, I got home, and I was like, you know what? My mom bought this giant frog thing for my older brother who has autism. This thing's giant. Look at this thing. This thing's giant. My mom's really good at finding good deals, so she got this thing pretty cheap. And I had the thought, well, I could try to do a ventriloquist act. Just on live, just pretending, This is probably the best I could do, but, who knows, with a couple of years I could get pretty good at this. You can't really see my lips move, can you? I don't know how they do that. I just wanted to share with you guys really quick that something that's helped me a lot in my life, and no, I'm not a perfect person, and no, I struggle, I mess up, I make mistakes, but something that's helped me a lot in my life to find joy is to just be okay with being a beginner, and just that makes things a lot more fun, and being willing to learn new things, and just kind of going with just giving yourself the belief that you can do anything if you put the work in. I mean, that doesn't mean you will be able to do anything, but it just shows that you will make progress regardless. I'm not a motorcycle rider, but if I started motorcycle riding and watched motorcycle riding videos, listen to a motorcycle riding podcast, we live in an amazing world right now. I could become a motorcycle riding dude. I don't want to do that, but I was just thinking, I could become a ventriloquist. Even if it was just, for amateur things. I don't know. It's kind of fun. And I've watched some ventriloquist acts as a kid, and, they have to have a mouth. This guy doesn't really have a mouth, but, you never know. I remember when I was in my driver's ed class back in high school, and the guy who was teaching would always teach them how to juggle. And I was like, I can't do that. You're wasting your time with me. I can't do that. I'd throw up one ball, and he's like, all right, now throw up the other one. And every time what I would do is I just sort of let's see if I can, I just throw it so it goes off, and then the other one goes that way. So they're just kind of colliding, but not colliding in midair. He's like, that's not juggling. You're just throwing them. And I was like, okay then. And that was pretty much that. He's a really nice guy, though. Mr. Quinn? I'm trying to remember what his name was. It's not coming. It was Jeff, Joe. Yeah. He's a nice guy, though. He's a nice guy. And fast forward 2 or 3 years, and I'm saving up money for my mission trip. And I'm working at a place called Bounce U. And there was all these tennis balls that were just hanging out because we had a skee ball machine. And something that I learned to do is if there's a little bit of downtime, there wasn't a ton of people there, I would just make sure I had my eyes on the kids so I could make sure I wasn't going to get fired, But every once in a while, I just throw them up and just see what happened. And then one magical day, I was like, you know what? I'm actually going to try to do what that driver's ed instructor said. So I started throwing one ball right under the other one, and lo and behold, in 2 months of doing that, just a little bit off and on, I could juggle. And I could still juggle, sort of. I tried to juggle a little bit, in college, just for fun and stuff, but I haven't really been able to make good progress with it. But it's amazing to me because I remember a Cub Scout day camp thing, and there's this dude who's 18 or 19, and he was able to juggle 4 at once. And ever since I saw that, I was like, whoa. But it's possible. I've taken some steps, I've put in the hard work, and I'm at that level where it is possible. And this ventriloquist thing, like, this might just be a fad of mine, but you never know where something could go. You know? I don't know. I'm really, like, I have some time before I go back to college. I'm thinking of honestly, like, learning a little bit about ventriloquism, maybe doing a podcast, because I think I'm pretty good at speaking. I've been doing a lot of videos and stuff in my life for YouTube and other things. And I've gotten a lot more confident behind a camera, and especially with my voice. So who knows, you know? The sky is not even the limit. And I wish I had a name for this, but he doesn't really have a name. But I'm definitely glad my mom bought this, because this made this a lot more enjoyable to record. But you know, you just gotta have fun with it. Life is hard, life is a struggle, but it's also a joy. There's no other opportunity like this, you know, for you. You know, you're born into a family, yada yada yada, and you know, it gets crazy. It gets crazy. You know, sometimes just like today, I was trying to switch lanes, and it was just not looking super good for me. And then you just kind of wait back, and it's okay. But there's times in your life when it's just hard, and you're like, what's going on, you know? But for me personally, knowing that God's looking out for me really helps, and you know, that keeps me going. That gives me comfort. But you know, next time you guys are out and about and you kind of have an idea, or you have like something that sort of piques your interest, I dare you to like actually research more about that. Billiam is watching, and he's definitely a good example to me of like following your passions and just kind of learning and growing. Same thing with Brandon. You know, they're both really awesome people. But yeah, this is kind of my spiel. I just know that like when we are going through a rough time, learning something new, reading scriptures, you know, starting fresh with something can really prick your day. So it can be fun. It can be fun. Life's meant to be a joy. So you guys take care. Thanks for watching. Bye.